Hello there YouTube and welcome to a new preview of content for the future of Dead by Daylight, this time the Castlevania DLC. If you want to see that stuff happening live on Twitch, link is in the description why I'm not here. And now we are looking into what the Dark Lord aka Dracula actually can do in this game. First little disappointment, they took the Dracula from the Netflix series and not from the games, or not one of the games. It's a little bit sad, but still fine. Still an amazing character. Netflix series, the first one was good. Second one I didn't watch because it heard from friends that it was too way off the track. So let's jump right to the basics first. Basics meaning he's a 4.6 killer, 32 meter terror radius, and size tall, meaning like Nemesis, you can see him across the map. That's only until he transforms though. You maybe see it in chat below me already. Kiri just wrote the wolf is just 4.4. And that is for a reason, because this killer has 3 forms. His power is called Vampiric Shift, and it allows him to switch between vampire form, wolf form, and bat form. Vampire form, he's a almost normal M1 killer. He has a secondary attack that's a little bit slower-ish, but it's basically comparable to a pyramid head attack. The wolf form, he can transform to a wolf, then you get third person, similar to Chucky. He's a little bit slower there, only 4.4 meters, as Kiri just wrote. He can double pounce though, meaning he has like a Demogorgon pounce, but he can do it twice in a row, a little bit like Wesker dashes. I know I compare this to old killers just to make it a little bit more visible to understand. And in the wolf form you also can collect scent orbs, which makes him recharge the power attack a little bit faster and also makes him a little bit faster running. At least I feel like it by what I've seen so far. The last form is the bat form, also gives you a third person look. You gain undetectable, but you have a screeching sound around you because the bats are screeching. And additionally you get faster movement speed, and you can ignore vault points, and you can teleport to any vault point within 32 meters. Seems like a funny gimmick and not too strong, because the teleport is still rather slow. It's not an instant teleport, more like Dredge or Demogorgon going to a portal or locker. If you are in the bat form, you can't see survivors. You still will see scratch marks and blood pools, but you can't see the survivor characters, similar to the haunting of the spirit. His perks are a little bit weird. Dominance, the first time a totem or chest is touched by a survivor, it will be blocked for 8 seconds by the entity. So you know when somebody is going for hex totems or chests for whatever reason. It's a little bit weird, because side objects are mostly only time consuming and not really helpful. Except there are hex totems. For this, dominance would be good. Other than that, I'm not really sure. It looks like you get a few seconds more to actually notice it. You don't get a notification though, so if you don't notice it, the 8 seconds are gone quite fast. Seems like a gimmicky niche perk. Let's see what this can do. Hex Wretched Fate. There was dominance coming in already, I guess. After one generator has been repaired, a dull totem becomes a hex totem, so this is not in the game from the beginning. That's a little bit similar to 2 Can Play from Chucky. And if the totem is lightened up, the obsession suffers from a 33% repair speed penalty. So it's a little bit like a reverse Dying Light, where only the obsession is excluded from the repair speed penalty. Here it's basically pushing that up. But you don't need 6 or 7 hogs for getting that, you only need 1 gen repaired. The obsession can also see the hex totem's aura within 12 meters, so it's not that strong, to be honest. And considering the fact that you still have 3 people that can repair gens at normal speed, again, more like a niche perk. But together with Pentimento, I can imagine this would be great. Maybe we test it later. Human Greed. You can see auras of unopened chests, and survivors' auras are revealed for 3 seconds within an 8 meter range around chests. Also again the ability to kick chests that are open to close them again. That has a 60-second cooldown, and survivors can unlock these chests 50% faster, but it allows you to close chests again. That's a first. At the same time, this is a freaking scary combination on Franklin's and Weave Attunement. So if you pick Human Greed, Franklin's, Weave Attunement and Hoarder, I'm honestly not sure. On some maps like Midwich, this will be a 24/7 surveillance system. You know everything everywhere, and if somebody opens a chest, you just kick it close again. This is weird. Alright, then we have the add-ons. The add-ons are mostly fine, I guess. Still further breaking pallet resets the cooldown of Hellfire. Hellfire is that attack in vampire form. It's fine, it doesn't help you on the other states, and you can also break pallets as a wolf, for example. Then it doesn't really do anything. It's fine. Brown add-on typically. Ruby Circlet decreases the cooldown of Hellfire by 7%. Basically the same as before. 7% of course is not an immediate reset, but hey. Clock Tower Gear reduces the cooldown of Shapeshift by 10%, so you can move or you can change your shape every 10% faster. Depending on how much shapeshifting is actually affecting the game, this could be kinda strong. Cerberus Talon increases the reveal distance of scent orbs by 100%, so there are scent orbs that you can see only in wolf form, and you can only use only in wolf form. They also only drop by survivors when they are chased in wolf form, and you can see them through walls and stuff a little bit further away, but that's not too big, I guess. Winged Boots increases maximum distance of teleport by 20%, 36 meters, 20%. Basically 7 meters more-ish. 40 meters. Wesker Terror Radius. That's quite a bunch. Seems quite strong for a yellow one, but let's see. Traveler's Hat reduces the post-shapeshift special abilities penalty by 10%. So each time you shapeshift, your ability has a post-shapeshift cooldown, a small one. And that's reduced by 10% here. Seems probably, as far as I've seen, the strongest yellow add-on, but we will see that. Moonstone Necklace reduces the size of the terror radius in vampire form by 4 meters. Little monitor and abuse, similar to what some of the Doctor's add-ons. Seems nice. Magical Ticket increases the maximum speed of teleport by 25%. That's actually huge as well. As I said already, the teleport in bat form is rather slow, like a Demogorgon teleport or a Dredge teleport in daytime. Yeah, that is actually kinda strong, I guess. Not as strong as the Winged Boots, maybe. We'll see. Blood-filled Goblet increases the duration of scent orbs by 50%. So yeah, scent orbs also disappear at some point. I don't know the exact time, so I'm honestly not sure how strong this is. First green one, White Wolf Medallion. Increases duration of kill instinct effects from loud noises by 40%. So if you're in wolf form, you get killer instinct on loud noise notifications. And that by 40% increased is good, I guess. I think the base value is like 3 seconds or so, so 40% is like another second-ish. Not exactly, but still. Sunglasses. Hellfire has an extra pillar, increases Hellfire charging time by 25%. It's a little bit like the engravings on Bubba, where you get a little bit more power, but you also need to charge it a little bit longer. Seems cool. Pocket Watch. Breaking a pallet resets the teleport countdown. Honestly, that could be strong if the teleport is actually valuable. This combined with the ticket could be actually strong. Depending on how much you can use it in chase, obviously. Killer Doll. Increases the cooldown reduction of pounce attacks from scent orbs by 50%. So, as mentioned, scent orbs are able to recharge your ability faster. This makes it even faster. Seems like reasonable. Force of Echo increases the tracking precision of scent orbs by 30%. I have no idea what this means. I've already seen some gameplay, and I've also read into some entries of people that are calculating shit already on the Dark Lord, and I have no idea what this means, so I can't really judge on that. Warg's Fang reveals the aura of all survivors whose scent orbs you have collected whenever Pound's attack becomes available for 4 seconds. So this means every time you chase a survivor in wolf form and you collect a scent orb, for the rest of the game, whenever your Pound's attack will be charged, you see their aura for 4 seconds. That's freaking strong. And this is even weaker than the iridescent ones. I've seen the iridescent ones in action already, and holy shit, they are strong. Medusa's Hair. Passing within 1 meter of a survivor while teleporting causes them to suffer from blindness for 10 seconds. That should have been a brown add-on, I guess, or instead of blindness, there should be something else, like exposed, or exhausted, or mangled, or whatever. I don't know, but not blindness. For purple add-ons, 10 seconds of blindness is kinda lame. Lapis Lazuli After teleporting to a window vault, the entity blocks that window for survivors for 4 seconds. Mini bamboozle, 4 seconds is kinda nothing. If you transform and all that stuff, yeah, on dead ends it might help, but in most loops it's basically useless, I guess. If they buffed it up to 6 or 8 seconds, I would see more value for that, but 4 seconds is really nothing. Cube of Zoe. When a generator is completed, create pillars of hellfire around the Dark Cloud for 10 seconds. So, first, I thought this would be like a Ring of Fire, but I've already seen clips of this. This is more like an AoE meteor strike-ish thing, where randomly around you hellfire pillars come up. So it's more like spray and pray. Funny, but not really super effective. Iridescent Ring of Blood, the first eerie one. Hellfire pillars home in on nearby survivors, reduces the number of hellfire pillars by 1. This is not as strong as it sounds. So usually the pillars go in a straight line. And this way they have like a 10%-ish leeway to go left or right. It's not much. And you also need to aim really close, so an almost hit would make this a hit. But if you are too far off, the flames don't even bend. Strong, but not as strong as a iridescent should or could be if they reduce or if they remove the reduction of hellfire flames or hellfire pillars by 1. Then it would be eerie, or maybe they change it on the Vox swing. I have no idea. Alucard's Shield. That add-on is freaking insane. And I mean freaking insane. When the gates are opened, pillars of hellfire continuously spam within the exit gates. If you are injured, you have no chance of escaping that. In combination with Blood Warden, this will be a nightmare for survivors. But maybe you will see that in one of the games we play later on. First, let's double check the survival real quick. We have Trevor Belmont, unfortunately. Trevor is definitely not one of my favorites of the Belmont clan, but hey, can't get everything. The perks he brings are Eyes of Belmont. When a generator is completed, the aura of the killer is revealed for you for 3 seconds. And also, whenever a killer's aura is revealed for a specific amount of time, the time is increased by 2 seconds. So it's basically Lethal Pursuer for survivors, but not on actually the start of the game, but more like every time a gen is completed. It's a little bit like Bitter Murmur with a half of Lethal Pursuer. It's cool. I think that's a fair change that survivors get this intel. I'm waiting for distortion on killers now. Exaltation. Exaltation, when you stun the killer and it upgrades your held item rarity to the next tier. And then recharges 25% of the maximum charges. The rarity is not kept at the end of the trial, so you can't go in with a brown one, stun the killer, you get a yellow one, stun the killer, get a green one, stun the killer, get a purple one, and then leave the trial, then it's still a brown one. You don't keep the upgrade after the game, but still it's pretty fancy perk. You can do some crazy shit on that, I guess. Also important to know, A, this perk is a 30-second cooldown, and B, this does disable if you have a maximum tier item in your hand. So if you have a purple toolbox in your hand and you stun the killer, you lose the token, but it won't be upgraded and you won't get the 30-second cooldown because, yeah, you're at the maximum. So be careful when you use it. And also, this maybe works on Blast Mine, I'm not sure. Because Blast Mine counts as a blind and a stun. So this would be an easy way to actually... Oh no, never mind. Stun the killer with a pellet. Never mind, I didn't say anything. So yeah, it doesn't work on Blast Mine, that's good. Moment of Glory. If you have rummaged through 2 chests, this perk activates, and when you become injured, you also become broken. After 60 seconds, you will be fully healed, and then this perk deactivates. Of course, it will be cancelled when you're in the dying state, but yeah. This perk is weird. If you are certain that you're good at looping people and you have that perk, and of course you can endure the 60 seconds, that's cool. Or if you escape the chase because it's a hit and run killer. But at the same time...
Hello Shin, Schönt soms offen mal.
Stacey. Thanks for 16 months in a row and bombing into my YouTube recording. How are you doing? Seems like a funny niche perk if you are good at chasing and looping killers. But on average, I guess we won't see that perk too often. It's alright, Stacey. I'll keep all of that in. It's alright. I appreciate the support though, a lot. So yeah. That being said,